Alright, so we're back, we're talking FF7, we're talking Rebirth, and apparently the new patch for the game kind of broke it. I don't know if it's for everybody, but I know that I'm hearing reports of the can't stop, won't stop quest can't complete. Like, I think specifically it's the G-Bike minigame. Whenever you complete it, that minigame for that quest will no longer progress, which is preventing people from getting the platinum as it stands right now. People comment on my video talking about not being able to like launch the game after downloading the update. I don't know how frequent that one is. The can't stop, won't stop one seems to maybe be universal for everybody right now, as far as I can tell. Initially, I did want to do this video yesterday, but I couldn't really find anybody talking about it other than the comments on my video. Like, there's no articles, no Reddit posts, no nothing like that. But now that it's been, over 24 hours at this point, we do have, several people talking about this. I actually did find a Reddit post that seems to have a fix for the can't stop, won't stop bug if you have the disc version of the game, which we'll look over really quickly. So we're just going to skip over the majority of their posts where they're just talking about the bugged quest and get to the edits, specifically edit 2, where they talk about how to fix it. They say, thanks to so much C2K for the suggestion. I finally got it to work for me. Unfortunately, this does seem to be an issue with the latest patch version 1.020. What I do is I deleted the game off my console, but keep save data. I disconnected my console from the internet and turned off auto update / install. Then I reinstalled version 1.0 of the game from the game's discs. Went in, loaded my save from just before starting the quest, started the quest, and the quest cutscene popped up as expected when I beat the G-Bike score. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how you would fix this if you have a digital copy of the game, unless you have a second PS5 with version 1.0 of the game like some of C2K suggested. You may just have to wait for the next patch and hope it's fixed by then. We'll also have another apparent fix right here in the replies that say, hey, so the reinstall worked for me. I have the physical version, of course. The important part was that my save was right after I won the Battle Square part of the quest and had not entered the Wonder Square where the G-Bike minigame is. I uninstalled, disconnected, and reinstalled. 1 hour later, I loaded up that save. I went into the G-Bike portion and got the high score, and it triggered the cutscene. So yeah, you don't need to have a specific save, just a save prior to entering the Wonder Square area, I believe. So there we have a couple suggestions. I think there's more suggestions in the replies. We're not going to sit and read them all, obviously, but I'll link to this Reddit post if you guys want to look through it if you're stuck or something like that. Or if some of these don't work, you can try other methods. This sucks, obviously. It also sucks for digital players if this is happening to you, because there's no real workaround. They do mention in the replies, like, if this game was on PS4 by chance, there's a way to work around that, but because there's not the workaround with PS5, like when you're downloading a game digitally, like the newest patch or whatever is already just baked in there, it's already a part of it. So you can't not download the latest patch for the game digitally anyways. So if this is affecting you digitally, I don't know what to do other than just kind of waiting. Just put it to the side and do other shit for the platinum. I don't even know. There's probably other aspects of the game that could be bugged as well in terms of trying to get the platinum. I have no idea. I just know this specific quest right now is for sure bugged for what seems like a majority of people, if not everybody. And this especially sucks too because like this is a relatively hard platinum. I know some people out there already have it, but I know just in general, like a lot of these mini games that you have to do in Rebirth are just complicated for some people, right? There's some of them that I've had no problems with, like beating them on the easy mode and like the hard mode that unlocks after you beat it on like the regular mode or whatever. Like there's some that aren't too bad for me anyways, but there are some that are just shit. Like I suck at the piano mini game, I suck at the 3D brawler. Even just playing the G-Bike, I mentioned this in a previous video, like the G-Bike one that you have to do for this Can't Stop, Won't Stop quest. I played it like one time and it was just, I was dog shit at it. But the controls fell off to me. I don't know if that's just me or if I'm doing something wrong or if they changed up the controls a bit from what like the driving sections were with like Remake or whatever. But I just sucked at the G-Bike minigame too. There's just certain minigames that I'm never going to really want to put forth the effort for and just whatever. So I'm never going for the platinum with this game anyways. Which sucks because I would have loved to have done that, but it's just some of this shit is just not worth it. It's not worth the time and effort that you got to put into it, for me, personally. If you guys are willing to do it, more power to you. It really sucks, too, because given that this is like what seems like a relatively difficult platinum, or a very time-consuming platinum, I guess we could say, and then now you can't even complete it. Like, if you're on that platinum grind right now, and like you don't have, if the workarounds aren't working for you, if you're on digital, like you literally can't do anything until they, I guess, address the issue, put out another patch at some point, and who knows when that's going to be. This is to be expected to a certain degree. Like I'm so surprised I haven't really come across like that many bugs or glitches or anything really. Just more so pop-ins with playing on graphics mode or whatever. But this game is so much bigger than Remake, right? In terms of like the size and scale of the game, it's just a much more ambitious game. So there was bound to be bugs and glitches somewhere along the way. It's also like their first time making like a full-blown game on PS5, right? Like Remake got the PS5 treatment and they had the Yuffie DLC, but those are completely different things than what Rebirth is. So it's not surprising that like when an update comes out, it breaks something else. That happens so often with modern games. It sucks. It doesn't mean we give the devs a free pass because the game needs to work. Obviously, we paid $70 motherfucking dollars for it, and I'd be so mad right now if I was on that platinum grind. That's pretty much it for the video, my dude. It's kind of short and sweet, so to speak. I just wanted to kind of cover this, talk about it, throw out some suggestions for what may fix this for you if you're on the physical version of the game. And we'll definitely do some sort of follow-up at some point if the devs want to address this, but also if there is like a fix coming or a patch coming at some point. Anyways, that's the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. There's no description below. Follow me on Twitter, @YT. That's it. Bye.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Rogaine, or leave it like Cobain.